Right, sorry for the abrupt ending there, but it's just one of these things. So we're on to do the last section. There isn't much left to do. I have done a little bit off camera that I will show you now. So let me see. Other way. So this was originally a shabby chic flower rosette, okay? And I always wait, I'll just pull one out actually, just so you can see what I mean, because it's really hard to describe unless you know what you're seeing. But if you look at the centre there, it sits upright because it's all joined together. So what I do is take my scissors and snip. I'll try and do it so that you can see. Is I actually snip into it so that it'll open up properly, like that. Then what I had is this flower trim. I'm filming again, Ian, so go away. I took the stitches out of the back of it and it separated all the petals. So you ended up with these, and they're that shape. They look as if they've been die cut actually. So I put two on at the bottom straight, and then I just went round it with each of the individual ones at the edges so that they protrude out the side of my rosette, and it just makes a nicer fluffier flower which will go there. So I'm just going to stick that on, and that's the back of it. As you can see, it's just one of those flowers, and underneath is where I've stuck them in randomly. Bye doll, have a good day. So I'm just going to glue that in, and I'm going to use a fair bit of glue because I don't want it falling off. So I'm going to place it just about there. Make sure all these be, and I'm quite happy with them creasing certain ways, and because it makes it look more natural. And I'm just fluffing back up the flower because I don't want that stuck down solid. Then I want to, that one's a wee bit sticking out, but that's fine. Then I've got some diamante trim that I want to put down the centre of my butterflies. Okay, so again I'm using glossy accents for that. Put that on there, put that on there. Excuse all the chewing in the background, but Max has got a bone. Put that one there, and I'm going to put more on. Silly woman. Then we've got this one here. Then I need a flower centre. So I'm going to see what I've got. Thinking about it. See my buttons. Don't like that. So I don't like anything in there. Let me think. I prefer it was more peachy colour than pink. Set them all together. That's it. But I think I want to put some diamonds around it. So let me see. Here's my circle punch. La 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 la. Punch out a wee circle. Hot glue my little pearl in there. And there is some hot glue seeping out the side, which is good. So I just little and often with this one. Push it in towards it. You probably should use glossy accents for it, because it would be less messy. But for quickness, I prefer the hot glue. Just see where I need to chop it. Chop it there. Right, just let's turn slightly. That's better. So then I just need to trim round that. Just need to go over the top of that a wee bit because some of the hot glue melted over my diamantes and I didn't want that. Right, so we just trim round and just slightly undercut. Don't undercut too much or your rhinestones will just fall off. Oops. These scissors are rubbish. I actually need to get new paper scissors because these are, I mean, they're Scotch, they're a good name, but they're just not very good. There's what we've ended up with, which is quite pretty. It's not as perfect as the shop bought ones, but a lot cheaper. Right, so we dollop a hot glue in the centre and drop it in. Give it a wee press and then just fluff up. I think that looks quite pretty. Right. And then I want some dangles coming down from the flower. So I've got a couple of bits of petals and rhinestones. I've got rice petals. I've got, I should have picked a heavier petal. Oh, the crystally ones. I want all them coming down from it. Let's see, what length? About there. Oops. And if I need to trim it anymore once it's done, I can. I'll just zoom out a bit so you can see what I'm actually doing. That's one. I'll just measure it off of this now. And as I said, it doesn't need to be perfect. 2. Three. I'm going to add some of the diamond in as well. Just so that when it catches the light, it will twinkle. And it's not that expensive. It's £1 a metre or £1 a yard from Scrimpy's. So you don't mind using it for things like this. Then I've got some of this beaded trim that I think I might have coming out the other side. So let me just see. Right, so I need to cut this in half because I want to mix it up a bit. That's probably why my scissors are rubbish actually, because I use it for all the wrong things. Right. And let me see. There's a wee bit of felt here somewhere. It's there. I'll just use that as my base for it. In fact, there's a wider bit there, that's probably easier to work with. So I'm just going to put a wee bit of hot glue. I'll zoom in for that bit actually. A wee bit of hot glue. And then just start placing them on, just randomly. Making sure that you've not got two the same together. Put that in the centre. wee crystal one, maybe a rice bead, then we'll have another crystal one over here, and then the last diamond one over the other side. Just going to run over the top of that with just a little bit of hot glue, and then I'm going to fold that over the top of them, and this is just going to support them and stop them from falling apart and falling out underneath that. Then I'm just going to trim the excess foam off. Doesn't need to be perfect, it's got to be tucked under the flower anyway. There we go. Just lift our flower slightly. Add a little bit of hot glue in there. And then add our little dangle and just push it in as much as you can, and then it will come down over the top of it like that. Okay, and it just elongates it a wee bit. So now I want, oops, the glue strand there, my wall. Now I just want a few of these wee loopy bits coming out from behind the flower, just to add a bit of interest. So I'm just joining those two bits together, adding a wee bit of hot glue and kind of going round, and it will kind of bind them together. Then lift up my flower, place in and press, and that just gives that little dangle there. So I want another one of them. Again, and do your loops different sizes, it just helps balance things. So again, we squeeze a hot glue and then just circle to bind them. Lift your flower and just press it in there. And that looks quite pretty there. Another one coming down. I think I'm going to bring one coming down a bit though. So I'll just chop that about there. Oops. Two ends together. Wee bit of hot glue. Just, I mean, you're not using any extra glue, you're just kind of using the strings of the glue to bind it. And then I want to come down here a wee bit with it. Perfect. Yeah, I like that. Right, so now I just need to do my little bit for the top. Let's see. Line that back up. I don't need that. A little bit of this here. I'm might use fucking through here. I think I will. I'm just going to cut down the centre of it, just for the material. And then if I can, I'll don't know how this will work though. If I can unpick, yeah, that's working. Unpick the plate, and then it means I can use that for the top of the tag. It's better doing it in the reverse and the inside of the plait. And use the right scissors would be even better again. But all I'm doing is just opening the plait up to give me a couple of layers of the same chiffon that I'm using on the actual tag, so it will keep it continuity of colour. You don't need to do this, you can just add ribbon or twine or whatever. I just like having extra bits on it. And using different materials, it just adds a bit of interest for me. Right. And if you loose threads, they'll just fall off. I'm not worried about them. So we've got that and that. And I'm going to use a wee bit of the pink ribbon that I had for the tags on the back. 1, 2, 3, 4 lengths. And as you can see, it's all very rough. I don't measure out exact. Oops. I'm just going to gather them up and hope they all go through in a one. They might not, it is quite thick. Just have to wait and see. Oh, get an itchy nose. And I'm just forcing it through really. That's I think. Yep. Now I just need to find the loop. I think that's it there. Bring that through the loop and pull. One of these wee ribbons that's a bit loose. That's it. Straighten that up. And then you've got that at the top, which I think is quite pretty. So I'll just zoom out and let you see it as a whole. And tag it's there. Right, it's about. So that's the tag as a whole. And you can see when the light hits those little dangles, the diamanty sparkle away so prettily. And inside you've got your diamanty sparkling away in there. You've got your diamantes and your butterflies. You've got this lovely, in fact, I think, maybe, I did have this out and I wondered about using it, but I thought it was too much. But I think I might add that there. No, I think it is too much. Never mind. And then you've got your little beaded loops, which I really like. I think it just helps fill that wee space there. And then on the reverse, you've got space there to write your wee message to whoever you're sending it to, and you've got your tags there that they can put a wee message on or whatever. So I hope you've enjoyed that. It was a really long tutorial because I'm just all fingers and thumbs today, and I really didn't know where I was going to go with it. I will put some pictures up on my blog showing it in a bit more detail, and my blog is Cam's Craft Haven at .blogspot.uk co.uk. I'll leave it in the description bar. But yeah, so I'm really happy with that, and that is going as my entry to Amanda's challenge on Scrimpy's. And most of this came from Scrimpy's: the lace, the gathered tulle, the chiffon flowers, the rosette, the bead spray, the diamantes, the butterfly, Stampin' Up! I got from Amanda. What else? The braid was from Amanda. All these spray tails came from Amanda. The paper line came from Jo's Crafty Pad, which is another Facebook group run by Jo Price. She does a lot of Dovecraft. No, not Dovecraft. Or is it? It is Dovecraft. Dovecraft and what's the other one? First edition. And this was a first edition paper. It was from the I'm hopeless today. Absolutely hopeless. Rose Garden. But I'm not sure if that's still available. Anyway, I'm going to go, but I will have some close-up pics on my blog. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.